Hey everybody, just want to give a quick shout out to Amino, the sponsors of this video. Amino is a free app for your phone that you can join communities based on whatever your interests are, and if you don't see an Amino already for you, you can create one yourself. In these communities, you can create polls, post your fan art, talk to other people in live chats. It's basically a condensed form of the entire internet's expectations of what a fandom should be, all in one spot, all at your fingertips at any time of the day. There's one for Funko Pop, which obviously we're going to be talking about today. There's one for Mr. Creepypasta, a friend of mine in Hoodies. There's one for PC Gaming. There's one for Stardew Valley, and someone even made an unofficial Vinesauce one. If you pop on over to the Funko Pop Amino, you can find where I put down a poll asking whether or not YouTubers should get Funko Pops. My answer was no. You'll see why next. Beanie Babies were a trend of collectible small plush toys that could have only succeeded in the internet era. While some collected them as toys, others collected them for the theoretical profit they would provide later down the line. See, the thinking was that by keeping them in mint condition, you could sell them on the brand new website eBay, an online auction site, and then you could pay for your retirement or your kids' education. The only problem was that they made too many in an attempt to tie them to every possible franchise, which caused the market to bottom out, making them worthless, with a few exceptions, as anything other than toys. Wait, what's the title of this video? Okay. Funko Pops are a trend of collectible small vinyl toys that could have only succeeded in the internet era. You can hop on eBay and totally sell these guys for like $1 billion, and they're totally going to retain that value. So buy a bunch, and then you can afford your child's education or maybe your own retirement. I work in an establishment that sells these awful things, and on one of my first days working there, I asked my boss, what am I supposed to be feeling when I look at this? His response was mixed, but generally speaking, positive towards these sins against creation. He further explained that we need to convince people to pre-order them so they'll send us more than 2 of each, so that we have a better chance of getting the rare variant. While Funko Pops are rare, the coveted chase variants are even more so. If you ever played a TCG, like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or what have you, think of these as the hollow foil versions of Funko Pops. They're intentionally a different color scheme, perhaps slightly different pose, or something that is prized by collectors because of their rarity. People will happily come into my work admitting that they have entire walls of the house dedicated to them like graven images of the Bible. Lo, like the golden calf of Exodus, Funko Pops are an immense waste of time and money. I can see the strain that these things are causing on relationships as I ring up a mountain of the boxes, but yet I'm a cog in the capitalist machine, and I do not have the money nor the will to stop people from making really dumb choices. If you haven't figured it out by this point, I really hate these things. So I'm going to spend the rest of this video ragging on them because it's what they deserve. I hate them. They all look exactly the same, and I get that that's the aesthetic, but let me ask you this. Is this the face of A, Edgar Allan Poe, B, William Shakespeare, C, James Franco, or D, all the above? The correct answer is E, Jon Snow, but you believed every single one of those answers, and yet if I show you pictures of all of these individuals, they look nothing the fuck alike. Look at how different the Suicide Squad Joker looks between his 3 different variants. Boxer, shirtless, and of course the Walmart exclusive suit. They literally just took the same head and replaced the body. Other figures of similar quality and cost, such as action figures, at least make different faces, but these are exactly the same. Watch as I layer all 3 of them exactly on top of each other. For those of you that aren't aware, the term bombshell is used to describe a sexually attractive woman. Luckily, Funko Pop has us covered with a line of DC Bombshell Pop. Gaze upon the perfected female form. Large, grotesque head, lifeless stare, no mouth. Look at them. What, that doesn't turn you on? How can you deny the raw sexual energy of these Funko Pops? Fuck me. As a huge Metallica fan, the Metallica line is interesting because it's just like their career. They want to pretend that they're still their 80 rocking selves, but also Robert Trejo, how do you pronounce this guy's name? This guy is also there, who joined the band in 2003, but Lars also has a full head of hair. So which time era do these pops represent? Could they not get the rights to dig up Cliff's corpse and force it to do the job? While we're talking about metal, let's talk about the Lemmy Kilmister one, because I really hate this one, but I hate it even more knowing that Lemmy probably signed off on it because he probably wanted one. Lemmy liked Family Guy, he wore hot pants, he liked playing Galaga. He probably liked Funko Pops, and I hate that, but I also kind of have to accept that fact. Unlike Metallica getting Funko Pops, which seems like something like they did as a cash grab, he probably wanted it because he just has bad taste, or had bad taste, and probably just wanted Funko Pops in his cramped apartment. I feel like I'm almost obligated to talk about the ones that are the absolute worst of the Funko Pops, but I feel like I should also finish this off on a positive note by talking about the ones that actually look good. So let's start with these right here. I like the Chopper, the other ones are bad. The Minecraft ones, I feel like they didn't know what to do with because there was too many variables added on. Rather than using their standard weird grotesque head, they decided to go with some combination of that and a square head from the original source material, causing something very bizarre and very awful, and I hate it. This one of Dory is always brought up when you talk about bad Funko Pops, but I feel like this one of the Teapot from Beauty and the Beast is much worse because it looks like it's definitely going to kill you in your sleep. I hate this one of Kevin from The Leftovers. I haven't seen The Leftovers, and the only reason I do hate it is because I feel like it looks like me. I mentioned this to Tilda, and she decided that that was good enough reason to go out and buy it, so here's a video of me looking at it and being disappointed. I find find this one of Richard from The Walking Dead to be hilarious. I haven't seen the show since the first season, and I kind of just fell out of favor with it, but this specific pop looks like he's pissed himself, and I think that's absolutely hilarious. But that's enough ragging on pops. I want to talk about a couple that I actually like. I think all the ones that do the pop aesthetic successfully are ones that actually look fairly close to the original source material. I think it's easy to just talk down about something you don't like, but I think it would be better for me to at least give a nod to the Funko Pops that actually did a good job. The pops that pull off the aesthetic successfully are ones that are fairly close to the original source material, but slightly stylized. For example, this one of Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls, or any of the Cuphead ones, or any of the Five Nights at Freddy's pops. They all carry the same aesthetic as a normal Funko Pop, but they don't go so outside of the original source material that you can't tell what it is. If Funko Pops continue to push in this direction, I could see myself actually enjoying them. Not buying them, but enjoying actually putting them out on the shelves rather than having contempt for them. I would have to say that a major part of why I created this video in the first place is my contempt for dealing with customer service, but that is a different issue entirely. A couple of things that I have not covered in this video so far are the numbers at the top of every single box. I have no idea what their arcane meaning is. At first I thought that there was a limited run of them. For example, 1 would always be 1 regardless of which series it is in, but it apparently is not the case. There seems to be multiple pops that use the same number, but I would guess that these are based on which series they're in. For example, Richard from The Walking Dead is the 575th pop in that series, which is horrifying to think about. Although I complimented a few pops for their success in keeping the aesthetic while having their own aesthetic on top of it, I have to say that the Dorbs are probably the exact opposite direction that I would recommend that Funko Pop goes. Everyone knows the original line of Funko Pops, but a lot of people don't realize that there is an additional line called Dorbs. It is a much more simplified, and they all look exactly like this. This is the exact opposite direction that I would recommend Funko Pop going, but it seems to be yet another attempt to get additional content off the same IPs. The other issue I have with these pops is they constantly have painting or manufacturing errors. Constantly I have to take these off the shelves because of issues that they had during production. In fact, this is such a widespread problem. If you search how to fix a Funko Pop, you will get 75,400 results. Now, some of those are going to be about other things outside of it, for example, how to make a custom pop, etc. But that it is a wide enough spread problem that it can retain that many search results shows you that there are issues with the basic manufacturing of these objects. That being said, if you do have a problem with your pop, there are plenty of resources on YouTube to be able to help you fix that problem. I guess I should end this video on a positive note. If you like Funko Pops, that's fine. It's up to you to decide how you want to spend your money. There's nothing wrong with buying things that you enjoy, but I would not recommend buying them for their supposed value. I would hope that you would understand and realize the parallels that are between this and Beanie Babies, and realize that eventually someday these will not be worth anything. Because while there are Beanie Babies that are listed for several $1,000s, know that those have been stuck there for a while. If you collect them, please collect them because you like the aesthetic. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what I got right, let me know what I got wrong, and let me know what you want me to cover in the future. I don't know if I got anything wrong on this one, so maybe just tell me what those numbers are about on the top of the boxes. But anyway, I hope you liked it. If you didn't, I'm very sorry. But I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.